Happy Sunday. Anyway, I just did my daily weigh-in that I've been doing, that I started since April 1st, just to have accountability and to help me think, like, maybe I shouldn't binge on all that, or maybe I shouldn't impulse eat. I'm more of a impulsive sweet eater. If it gets in front of me, I'll eat it. Or if something's really tasty and I'm full already, I just want more because it tastes good, that kind of thing. I think there's many people out there that I've met that can relate to this. Anyway, so I've been documenting every day my weigh-in, and then posting other random videos on my YouTube channel, which is Laura Talk Softer. And so today was interesting because today was day 27 of my weigh-in that I started April 1st, even though I didn't start my cutting back and watching what I was eating probably like about a week and a half, 2 weeks in, and then a few days before that cut out sweets, meaning cookie, candy, Snickers bars, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so today was the first day, day 27. And I posted on my short that both my little possessed scales over there gave me the exact same reading. They go to the 10th of a pound. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So when I started my daily journey for accountability, April 1st, I was 191.4 and 190.4. Prior to that, I had a doctor's appointment, I don't know, like a week before, and I think I was weighing in at like 196, but then a week or two before that, I was hitting the 200-pound mark. And I thought, oh God, I got a doctor's appointment coming up, and not that my doctor would recognize me from a can of paint, that she would say anything horrific about, like, oh my God, you weigh over 200 pounds, that, you know, it bothered me because I had lost weight and had been down more weight, where I was kind of struggling to hold 165 pounds. But anyway, so here you can see these are the down. The red is down, the aeroplane is up, and the yellow are dashes. And you can see they'll be down on both scales, but the numbers aren't the same. Or they'll be up on both scales. And I'm not seeing any of the same numbers until today. Today, it's showing up, but they are being exact. So I put first same reading. And then this was my biggest jump ever, was a few days ago, right here from here. But, you know, it's gone down. And this marks the 7th day. And then I don't know what I'm doing, actually. Yeah. And then on the 29th, I write what it is. I think that's how I'm doing it. Putting my averages of weight loss. So anyway, that's that. And I, hold on, let me stop this. So it's not something that I advocate for people to do. I'm not promoting like, oh, you should weigh yourself in every day. But if you find yourself like me, that you played around with programs that would weigh you in weekly, or you know, you found yourself weighing in weekly and like, yeah, I lost 1.5 pounds and let me go eat, you know, and then I'll get back on track the next day. I have not done that. I have not done that since I started this daily weigh-in. It has actually put a break on that type of behavior for me to come online and post it. You know, I feel like, I don't know how much more accountability that is. I can remember when I first joined Weight Watchers years back, they would have you weigh behind a curtain, you know, and nobody saw it except your leader. And it used to bother me because then they would give you, like, there was a time that came, I don't know if they always did it, but I remember, I don't know how far into the program, because I started in the 80s and did it in the 90s and 2000, about every other year I joined Weight Watchers, which is, to me, one of the better balanced programs, scientifically based programs out there. They're always adjusting and changing to, you know, new science and all that. And I had done so many different programs. One of their programs that I struggled with was they had the core program. If any of you have been like an on and off Weight Watcher, where you would eat foods, you'd eat as much as you want till you were satisfied. And I remember there was a picture of a balloon. You don't want to be like starving hungry when you eat, and you don't want to be really, really full. What I had found for me, and then talking to other Weight Watcher members, was a lot of us don't have that, like, in us. And I think that is why those shots people are taking, or the Wegovy, or whatever all those medicines are, that it gets into the brain so people do feel satisfied. But I'm not doing that. I am just trying to really watch what I eat, like really watch what I eat. Because I used to joke around, I watch what I eat. I think we all watch what we eat, except for probably somebody who's visually impaired. Yeah, I watch what I pick up and put in my mouth. Well, I don't see it go in my mouth, but I know what I'm eating. So anyway, and I can probably tell you, except when I go out to eat, basically like, wow, that's way too many calories for a meal, or way too much fat for a meal, or way too much, whatever, or not very balanced, all that. I can, I've read a lot of different things that we need to eat. Anyway, so that's that. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. If the scales are conspiring to now read together, they are in the exact same spot, because I use the floor lining where the planks are to line it up. So I'm not shifting the scale around, because I know if I shift that scale probably over to this side of the room, it's going to have a different weighing because of how it's balancing. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow in the afternoon, so it'll be after I've eaten, and I'm not going into my appointment wearing the lightweight clothes I'm wearing, and but they'll probably have me step on the scale, and they had me step on the scale prior when I went, and maybe this time I won't refuse, because I do refuse to step on scales at the hospital I go to for many years, where it's like I'm not losing, not gaining, or I tell them what I weigh and they write it down. But and then they do that, they have you step on the scale, and then they take your blood pressure, and it's like, yeah. So, so we'll see what happens tomorrow, and I'll share it probably the day after tomorrow. Today is Sunday. So Monday. So I'll probably share it Tuesday, because I won't make a special whatever. I'll just say, hey, my doctor's appointment, whatever, from their paperwork, to see what it's showing there with their scale, what I've lost. Because I'm pretty sure it's closing in on, at least on my end, what I feel since the appointment is they should be showing 10 pounds, but maybe not, because of when I started. I didn't start on April 1st with the end of March being like the final supper feeding frenzy. Anybody listening to this relate to this? The final supper, before I'm going to do it tomorrow, and then you just eat everything you want, and you step on the scale the next morning feeling like a, heavy log, and like, oh, well, I won't see that high weight again. Well, most likely you probably wouldn't have to do anything too much all week to have it drop a little bit. But I could have it when I would join a program be like 6-7 pounds in a week, because you wear your, shoes and heaviest clothes, and then you proceed to wear lighter clothes. At least that's what I do. I got to speak for I. At least that's what I did. So I decided I'm not doing that anymore. Anyway, I'm rambling. I haven't eaten my breakfast. I'm going to go eat my breakfast. And I hope everybody has a good day. If I see anything interesting out there, I'll put out a short. I looked out in the front yard today when I went out to get the neighbor's newspaper, and I saw like there's more poppies out in the yard, and they're closed because it rained last night. So if it warms up today, there's going to be a lot of poppies out there. Maybe I'll film that, because the last time there weren't as many poppies. They're popping. The poppies are popping. Anyway, peace. Take care. Have a good day. Make good choices, not just in what you eat, but what you drink, what you listen to, what you hear, there's a lot of stuff we could be responding to out here in such a negative fashion, and just maybe turn off the TV if you need to. All right. Have a good day.